Alright, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Zell back at it again with another vid. This one gonna be about it's gonna be about the recovery process after you have like a crisis, a sickle cell crisis, right? I'm and for those of you who don't know what that is, I explained that in the other video before this when I described that, but I'm gonna get into a little quick summary of it now. So it's basically like I told y'all, my blood. I told y'all this in the last video. I don't remember which one it was, but it's basically like our blood cells do this. It's a sickle shape. Look like a half a moon. That's the best way you could describe it. And those blood cells can sometimes, cause they built like that, they sometimes like your vein, if your arteries and stuff, they go on a straight line. So imagine like a sickle trying to go down like a straight line path. It could get caught. It gets caught on that, and when it get caught, it causes other ones to get caught, and they just build up all over. They just continuously build, get bigger, and then it start happening in other parts of your body because, as you know, the circulation goes all throughout. Your whole body has the circulation, so it might start like somewhere in your back, but it might go somewhere else. And depending on how severe it is, man, like you be hurting when it happened, right? You have to go to the hospital. But I'm gonna get into this video right here is gonna be about the recovery process. So the recovery that hurts, yeah, it do it suck, it hurt like hell, but nothing is compared to the recovery process of it. Like when you have to actually recover. So like you might get out the hospital, and when you out, that's when you really gonna feel it. You gonna really feel just how bad you were, how seriously like fucked up you were, right? You gonna know. So like with me, the last one I had that was like that, I was stretched for like a month and like a week after, a whole month and week. I could not walk. I couldn't like I never felt pain like that before. I couldn't walk. I couldn't. Well, I could walk, but only take like 3 steps. I couldn't bend down. I couldn't do none of that. I needed like help and stuff to get around and things like that. It was hurting so bad. Like, it hurt to breathe, everything. It was just hurting. Hurt to move. Like, the slightest move felt like my whole body was going through a blender or a shredder or something. It was terrible. Like that was I never felt it like that. And I'm also gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna also tell y'all how you can recover quicker from it. But basically, like I said, if you can imagine it swelling up since it clotted off, it swelled up. So when it finally go back through, it's going back down. But you gotta realize something. It's sort of like a broken bone. Like when you get it snapped back in, yeah, it's good. But after you get it snapped back in and you go home, you still tore up for real. Your hands start swelling up, all that. I broke bones before. I've torn muscles before, but I never felt pain. I deal with any of those before I deal with those crises. Man, those are some. That's some gruesome, man. The pain is unbearable. But so when you think your muscles are doing that, then it's doing it. You might have it in me personally. I tell you, me personally, my lower back. Then it'll go from there. It start hitting my legs and my shoulders and my arms and stuff. So then sometimes you might get it up in here and into your chest. And I tell you this right now, like just imagine that happening, the swelling happening, and then after it dissipate, you've been in the hospital. You might have to stay for about 3 days, 3 4 days. Some people have to stay for a week, but you stay up in there. Then now it's time for you to go home. And you get home, you think you good because they've been giving you medicine to deal with the pain. So you get home, you walk home. You able to walk when you get home, but when you get in the bed and you lay down that first night and everything is now you really starting to feel just how bad your body was went how bad trauma how much trauma your body went through when you get home. You really be like, oh, all right, I see now. I was real messed up. I understand now. And you can't move and you in that bad, man. And that's what most of your you use most of your medicine at. Like a lot of doctors, some doctors don't understand that, like that recovery process. That's when you use your medicine, because like me, I couldn't do nothing. Like I couldn't even start walking until, like, I felt like I needed a walker or something. I couldn't even walk until about, yeah, like the fourth week. The fourth week I couldn't even walk. Like a month had passed, then I started being able to like really walk and feel myself again. I started being able to walk, but I couldn't bend down yet. It was still hurting. Like even to bend down, it was still hurting. So when I was bending down, I'd be like, it would be hurting so bad just to even bend down. So I still couldn't do that yet. I had to take medicine to help myself be able to do those things. And then afterwards, after the next week, after the month, like I told y'all, it took me like a month and a week to recover. After that 1 week passed, that's when I started getting good. I was like, I could move around again. I could bend down. I'm not having no problems. Maybe just a little ache here and there. But I'm telling y'all, that recovery process is what is the worst. That's when you go through the worst pain. To breathe, I mean, I never felt nothing like that. Even to breathe, to say, it hurt. Like it hurt you just to breathe. Then you move, any little sudden movement hurt you. You really be stretched out. You be out of commission. And things that I do to recover from it, I take a lot of anti-inflammatories. You seen all that like in the garlic vid I did. Black seed oil. I take what is that other one called? Basically though, I drink ginger. Yeah, ginger. I drink a lot of ginger tea, because all these are good for anti-inflammatory, so it'll help you recover. It'll help the process quicker. And those are the things you can do to help yourself quicker. But this was just a little quick video to let y'all know, like, the recovery process of the crisis. Like, because after your body been through all that, then you're not getting oxygen delivered to your body the way you're supposed to those body parts. They're basically just thrashed. You're destroyed after that. Like, it takes some time to recover fully from all of it. It takes me, like, every time I do it, like if it's a bad one, it take about 3 weeks, man. If it's super bad, it take about 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks. If it's mild or something like that, it take like a week or two, but you get over it. Sometimes you might recover very quickly. You might recover within a week. You'd be like, all right, I'm good now. But them severe ones, they have you sidelined for a long time. It's longer than a week. You can't really walk. You gotta really take deep breaths just to talk, get words out. To start hurting to do that. You breathe, that hurt. Sudden movements hurt. You can't work out. You can't do nothing. Really, you don't really feel like eating. You just be hurting that bad. You don't really feel like doing anything. If y'all have went through any similar experiences, or to those of you who have sickle cell, or if you don't and you was just wondering more about what happens, comment them down below and I will respond to you. I respond to all my comments, or I'll at least leave a like, subscribe, share, and I'll be back with other ones for y'all, man. Peace.